Okay, I'd like to welcome you again, everyone, to Postcard Networker Saturday Morning Breakfast Call. My name is Joel Broden. It is the 17th of June, 2017. Of course, we are excited, as always. And I want to welcome you, if you're a brand new member, if you've never been to a Saturday Morning Breakfast Call before, hey, special welcome to you. And if you've been with us for some time, even some members over a year now, welcome to all of you to our call today. This is where we get together, we talk about the business, we talk about our successes that we're having, we share some stories and things like that, and we really kind of lay out the foundation for having success with Postcard Networker. So let's just start, as we always do, with a little bit of recognition. And this is a list of people that have earned a check this last week, that have earned commissions, that have maybe earned matching postcards, or a little bit of both. Okay? So congratulations to Stan and David. Congratulations Zaina and Greg and Twanzel. Congratulations to Justine, Jason, Jim, Henry, Charles, Ja, Sam, Robert. Congratulations to Jack and Hugo, Robert, William, May, Robert, Jerry, Linda, Sean. Congratulations to Pandora and Clinton, Chip, John, Benny. And congratulations to Mark and Roy, Veronica, Sandra, John, Richard, Robert, Janaea. Congratulations to Michael and Andre. Congratulations to Rohan, Jeff, Kevin, Pam, Howard, Lloyd, Moses, Lindsay, Caitlin, Phyllis. Congratulations to Lee and Brian, Georgetta. Congratulations to William, Ray, Darnella, Mike. Congratulations to Obra and Sharon, Kyle, William, Gary. Congratulations to James, Forrest, Alice, Brett, Ben, Sheila, Mark, Ed, Travis, James, Middleton, David, Frank, Earl. And congratulations to Tammy and Robert and Virginia, Christy, Ruby, Amos, and Donald. And I think very soon we're going to spend just like 10 minutes just congratulating everybody. It seems like the list just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So congratulations to everybody that's having success, that's building their business, and you know, even those of you that are just starting out, congratulations for being consistent, setting up your business properly, and growing. So I just want to give you a few updates to get started. We are finalizing the new postcards for the brand partners this week. We're just getting some of the final designs in. We're going to share them with the brand partners, get an approval from all of them, and then we will print them and share them with all of you. And it's been a little bit longer of a process than I thought it would take, but definitely well worth it. We've got some really beautiful, nice postcard designs and things that we're going to be using and offering. And, of course, it's optional. I mean, you can use the tried and true, the ones that we've been using for, you know, or a version of the ones that we've been using for the last year and a half. The new version, of course, came out just a little while ago, so we'll continue to offer those. But you'll be able to choose if you want to use one of the different offers that we're going to have. And really, you know, part of the reason why we design new postcards or change things up or add different things is just to keep things fresh in the marketplace, right? We want to, you know, obviously stay consistent with our business, stay consistent with Postcard Networker, building our downline, building our team. One of the big problems in our industry, as you may or may not know, is people tend to kind of float around between different systems, float around between different businesses, and then you just start over every single time. You know, and that's the worst, isn't that? You know, you go to a new business and you kind of got to start from scratch again. So we don't want that. We want to keep things fresh within Postcard Networker, within the same system, so that as you build your team, you only have to build your team once over the next 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 years. And we're going to keep things fresh and exciting. We're going to, you know, always make new little additions, and we'll have different postcards that you can use, and that'll obviously, hopefully, allow us to kind of quell that excitement from the entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, and I'm the same way, I kind of like to, experience new things and try out new things and check out new stuff. And in the home-based business industry, that's kind of a death sentence, really. If you're constantly hopping from business to business, and that's why actually there's people in the industry for 5, 10, 15, 20 years and can honestly say they've never really made any substantial income. It's because they're jumping from program to program to program to program. And, the hardest thing in a new business, I don't mean to get off too far off on a sidetrack here, but the hardest thing in a new business is just getting it started, right? The initial couple months or the initial year of a new business is the hardest because you're learning, you're growing, you're advertising, you're building. You don't really have a lot of leverage yet until your team starts to grow. And so, some of these people that have been in for 20 years in this industry but have jumped from company to company start rebuilding every 2 months, every 3 months, every 6 months, and they never stick with anything long enough to make it worthwhile. So one of the things that, I do with Postcard Networker is, we add different things and different exciting things, and we'll have different postcards with the brand partners and stuff like that so that, it kind of keeps things fresh, keeps things exciting because as entrepreneurs we need that. But the base core of our business is always going to stay the same, and the downline is going to be in the same place. One of the interesting things, let me just throw this out and then we'll continue on, but one of the interesting things that happens with Postcard Networker, which is funny, is sometimes people get frustrated and quit, but then 3 months later they're still getting checks. They're like, what is happening? I mean, I'm still getting $10, $20, $50, $100 coming in consistently. And I just tell them, listen, that's because the system isn't designed to make you rich overnight. It's not designed to get you, a super huge payout in your first 10 days in business or your first 30 days in business. It's designed to be a consistent advertising source for you for the next 10, 20 years, right? It's designed to pay you weekly, week after week after week after week, whether you do anything or not. So as you build a little bit of leverage, your business will start to kind of take on a life of its own. So anyway, so let's continue on. Like I said, that isn't even the training that I'm going to be doing today, so I don't want to get too far off into the rabbit trail. But we also have online ad banners that we added recently. I'm not sure if you guys have seen those in the members area yet, but you can log in. There's a section there where you can get the online advertising banners. We are going to make some more. I think we put those together, and they're okay. I like the headlines. Obviously, I wrote the headlines for them. I'm not super crazy about the images, but I wanted to get something so that for those of you that are needing to put some of the images on, if you love them, great. Okay, if you don't, we're going to add some more anyway. So just hang tight. But I can't tell you exactly when. Probably over the next week or two, we'll add some more online ad banners in there. And basically, they're just graphical images that you can use on different sites. If you want to put it on Facebook, or if you want to put them on, as banner ads in different websites and stuff like that, you can definitely use them. Just make sure you link your website properly to your advertising if you're going to be doing advertising for them. And like I said, we'll produce some more different images and stuff like that. My goal with the ad banners is just to, constantly be making, a few every once in a while, or keep it fresh, add some more different ones in there so that you have kind of a wide selection of things to choose from. So, I've been telling people probably for 6 months that we're going to get some, we're going to get some, we're going to get some. Hey, now we have some. Now we're going to add some more, okay, as we go. So when we get time, we'll definitely create some different looks and stuff like that for you as well to use. One other point to note this week in our updates is we are totally out of blank postcards, so which is a good thing, right? The Elite program absolutely took off when we announced it there a few weeks ago. Obviously, people love it, and you probably included if you signed up for the Elite program. So many people have been signing up for it and taking advantage of that I wasn't necessarily even prepared with enough blank postcards. We basically completely sold out and ran out of blank postcards. Now, the good thing for those of you that are joining the Elite program today, tomorrow, the next day, or if you're getting your regular auto ship of postcards to the Elite program, is that we're just going to replace them with full address postcards for now until we get more blank ones, okay? So with our next printing order, we are going to get more blank postcards printed up, but until we get them, we're not going to make you wait. We're just going to actually give you the full address postcards to replace them, so you're kind of getting a bit of a bonus over the next week or two. For those people that are in the Elite program, or if you're thinking of joining the Elite program, hey, you kind of get an initial bonus. You get, 200 fully addressed postcards instead of 100 of each, okay? And it won't cost you anything additional. So we just want to make sure that everybody is taken care of. So let's move on to our training today. We're going to talk about how to succeed with postcards. I really just want to lay this out very simply for everybody today. My goal really in developing Postcard Networker and building marketing systems is to not make something that is 100% always going to work and is 100% perfect. My goal is to make something that is very simple to use. My goal is to give you the vehicle, and then you can kind of choose how to drive it, right? So I'm kind of like a manufacturer. I'm going to make the tools, I'm going to make the vehicle, I'm going to create what it is that you need to be successful, and then really it's up to you to choose where to drive it, how to use it, whether you take it out of the garage or not, okay? And as we build our postcard business, this is no different than any other business, okay? This is no different than if you're building a traditional network marketing company and having home parties, okay, and having home meetings or sharing product around your community. You still have to do the work. You still have to put in some time. You still have to actually get out there and build your business. And I can tell you right now, from the people that are using the system and building their business and putting in the effort and putting in the time, they're having success. Okay, they're having really good success. They're earning a regular paycheck or check or commission check or whatever you want to call it with Postcard Networker. And there's some people that are kind of just not really paying attention and not necessarily building their business, and they're kind of sending a postcard here and there, and they're not getting the same kind of results. And that's okay. But I just want people to realize why there's a difference between different businesses, because some people learn how to drive the car, and other people just take it out for a joyride once a week on Sundays, right? So you're going to obviously get different results in where you get to with the business, okay? So the first thing really that I want to talk about with how to succeed with postcards is very kind of back to basics, right? We got to build our list. It really comes down to, and I mean, I've been talking about this since at least 2004. So what is that, 13, 14 years? Wow. I've been talking about building your list for probably 14 years. More than a decade I've been begging people almost, to just spend the time to build your list. And if you spend the time to build your list of members, build your list of contacts, build your list of people that are interested in your products or services, you are going to have success. Like I don't want to say it's impossible, because nothing's impossible, right? But it's almost impossible to not make money, right? It's almost impossible to not make money if you have a huge list of people, huge list of downline, huge list of contacts that are interested in what you're offering, okay? And with Postcard Networker, we really give you a superb platform to be able to build your list, to be able to build your downline, to be able to constantly put people into a system that's going to allow you to generate income. Okay, and the great thing about Postcard Networker, from my perspective, is you can actually build your downline, be a complete newbie, not know anything, and generate some sales, and generate some conversions, and generate some commissions, and use the system and use the training that we provide, and kind of plug people into what we're offering. And you don't necessarily need to be like a superstar leader right off the start. See, in network marketing, there's a reason why a lot of the leaders and a lot of the top earners are the top earners and are making so much money and are the leaders. Well, it's because they're putting together training, they're working with their members, they're creating that buzz, they're creating a following of people that want to hear from them. Okay? Now, if you're brand new, that's difficult to do, right? But it's not difficult to build a list ever for anybody. It's not difficult if you focus on just putting people in front of the business, okay? And all the other skills and all the leadership and all the training and all the public speaking and anything that you may want to become good at in the future, you can do that in the future. You don't have to be good at that today. You can be completely terrified of getting on the phone and doing a conference call. You can be completely terrified of doing a webinar. You can be completely, adverse to answering phone calls from your members when you first start. At some point in network marketing, because it's networking, okay, you are going to want to talk to your people. Okay, you're going to want to build relationships with them, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But off the start, it's okay. If you're scared of that or you don't want to do that, that's okay. But at some point, you're going to want to do that. Okay, but Postcard Networker gives you the ability to plug them into a marketing system, into a training environment, and to somewhere where they can learn and follow and use immediately, even if you don't know everything. Okay, even if you don't know how to do internet marketing or YouTube marketing, or even if you don't know how to find leads or any of that kind of stuff. We're going to provide that all for them right through the system. So as you build your list and as you focus on building your list, we're going to help take care of your members for you. Okay, we're not going to do it all for you. I'm not necessarily able to talk to every single member on the phone every single day. My phone would ring off the hook all day long if everybody just called me. So, when we first started Postcard Networker, one of my offers was, hey, I'll talk to everybody. Okay, have them call me. It eventually gets to a point where I can't necessarily talk to everybody. So some of the leaders have to pick up that slack, right? Some of the members have to take care of their members. As we build the business, as we build the system together, leaders need to emerge. And the people that, as they build the business, as you build your business, if you want a bigger business, you need to start emerging as a leader. Okay, and that can, we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes, but that can simply be just taking care of your people and being available. Okay, so what has been my secret to my success, the secret, over the last 14 years? Why can I join literally any business anytime I want and make money? Like, what is the secret? What is the thing that I've got that other people, and maybe yourself included, have struggled with for years, okay, or maybe months? But, what is it? What is that super secret thing that I've been doing that a lot of people don't do regularly? It's just building my list, okay? It always comes back to, okay, how do I go collect as many names and addresses as I possibly can? And one of the interesting things that I don't know, depending on your age, you may or may not have done something like this when you were a kid, but when I was a kid, video games and stuff like that started to become more prevalent, right? So, we started when we were really young with an Atari, and then we moved up to a Nintendo, and that was fabulous and amazing, and then, the Sega Genesis and some of these things. I'm dating myself a little bit for those of you that are a bit younger on the call. But and some of you maybe didn't grow up with video games at all. Maybe you had more like traditional sports even. You can relate if you've ever played a sport and you've ever, been a baseball player, hockey player, football player, anything like that. Here's the key, and this is, I think, one of the things that I learned playing video games, right? You always got to kind of get to that next level, right? You always try to earn stars or collect coins or collect points or something like that. I mean, it's the same in, if you're a baseball player. You're always trying to get more hits. You're trying to improve your batting average. You're trying to get better. You're trying to move to the next level, right? I almost, when I first started network marketing and as I would build my business, I almost look at it almost like a video game, like that there's always that next level that I can get to. I'm basically just collecting leads, right? I'm collecting names. I'm collecting potential customers. If you look at your business and you focus on the right things, you will be able to have success, okay, period. If you focus on the right things. If you focus on the wrong things, chances are you're going to quit. So here's the right things to focus on, right? In video games, right, you're always trying to get to the next level, so they focus you on a specific task to achieve the next level. So they're going to focus you on getting enough coins or getting enough experience points. They don't say, hey, go try to get to level 20 right off the start, right, to win the game. Same thing in baseball, right? What does your coach tell you? Your coach tells you to just try to get on base. They don't try to tell you to hit a home run or hit a grand slam or try to win the game with one hit, right? The focus isn't on that. The focus is, hey, if you can just get on base, we're going to do this as a team, right? Somebody's going to come up behind you and they're going to knock, the ball back in play. You're going to get on the second base, the third base, and you're going to eventually get home. Okay, but for those people that try to hit a home run every time, tend to struggle, right? But for those that are getting like singles and doubles and triples, tend to do a lot better with their batting average, right? They tend to succeed a lot more. It's the same in business, right? You don't have to hit a home run on day one. You just have to get on base. And to get on base or to collect your experience points or your stars or coins or whatever whatever we're talking about, now whatever analogy you prefer, you can choose anything in life, Think about just going to work. You don't show up one day and get your full paycheck the first day. You consistently go to work every day, do your work, and then after 2 weeks or a month, you get paid, right? It's the same concept. You're not going to wake up one day and be a millionaire. Okay, it's the reality of that possibility of that happening is very, very slim. Okay, so in business, in network marketing, in a home-based business, the concept isn't, listen, let's try to get a huge paycheck. That's what everybody focuses on. Okay, how much did I get paid? Oh, did I make $5,000 this month? Did I make $10,000 this month? Oh, I didn't. Okay, I quit. I'm going to go join a different business. It must be the business. Okay, and that's kind of like totally backwards. That's totally the wrong way to look at a home-based business. The focus needs to be on building your list. Right? The money will come, but if you don't focus on gaining those coins, gaining those experience points, getting those hits, right, getting on base, you'll never make it. You'll never, ever make it. You could be in a home-based business for 20 years trying to hit home runs, right, trying to get the big payday. You'll never get there. You need to build your list, okay? So the focus as we build our business with postcards is to just, continue putting one person at a time on our list. One more. And sometimes off the start, especially off the start, it gets a little frustrating. Let me tell you why. Because it's expensive. Okay? It's a little bit expensive to start building our list because we're the only ones building it by ourselves. Right? When you get started in a new home-based business, you're the only one putting in any work. You're the only one sending postcards. There's no leverage yet. Right? It's just your entire team. okay? Like you're the team when you first join. And what happens, though, over time is that you start collecting business partners that are going to work with you. They're going to also contribute to building the team. Okay, does that make sense? So as your team grows, the goal really is to collect mailers, right? To collect other people that are also going to send postcards, to collect other people that are also going to build the downline, build your list, right? Because your list in network marketing isn't just your personals. Your list is your second generation, your third generation, your fourth generation. In some business, your fifth generation. In some businesses, your sixth, your seventh, your eighth, your 10th, your 20th, infinity generations in some businesses. So your list really, truly is your entire downline. Okay, your goal is to build your entire downline together with your team. Off the start, it's a little frustrating, though. I got to tell you, this is absolutely true. Even if you ever just, and especially if you go start a new business every 3 months, it's really frustrating because you're always starting fresh. You're always starting by yourself, right? So, and that's the reason why with Postcard Networker and with any business, I say, listen, you just got to stick with it over time because the leverage will eventually catch up. Eventually, as you build your business, you will start to find some better and better people. Okay, so the focus is only one thing as you build your business. It's only ever one thing. It's not on the check, okay? It's not on who's buying. It's not on are they ever going to buy. I don't have, I've got a downline of 500 people and I'm only getting paid $100. I don't understand, right? It's not that, because some people with a downline of 500 people are making like $3,000 a month, right? $5,000 a month. It just depends on which 500 people, right? Depends on what they're doing too. But your goal isn't to have to build, and find certain people. Your goal is just to build the list, and if the right people are on the list today, they'll build too. If the right people aren't on the list yet, you got to go find them. You got to keep building your list. You got to keep putting more on, because we've found through postcards. Everybody pretty much that's in Postcard Networker. There's been some personal referrals and some referrals online and different things, but no matter how people referred everybody in Postcard Networker, somebody found them. There's some really good leaders in there, right, in our business. There's a lot of leaders in our business, let me tell you this, that I didn't personally refer. Okay, I didn't personally find most of the leaders in Postcard Networker, actually. To be completely 100% transparent and honest, most of the top leaders in Postcard Networker didn't even come from, like, me personally referring them. A lot of them came from postcards, but they didn't come from me sending them a postcard. They came from one of the members sending them a postcard. They came from one of the members personally referring them. They came from one of the members running an online ad and finding them. Okay, so if you think about that, well, my business, which is all of Postcard Networker, right, as we grow our downline together, because obviously I started it, your business is your section of it, right, but it's a huge business of a lot of great leaders, but if I never started it in the first place and stuck with it, even though it cost me some money to get it going, even though it cost me some time and some energy, if I didn't continue building my list, it would have eventually died. Right, it would have eventually just kind of gone bye-bye. But I continue to put more and more into it. I continue to build my list, which strengthens the whole team, which strengthens the whole system. Okay, you don't have to find the top leader. You might refer somebody who goes and finds them. Okay, they might be on your third generation. They might be in your fourth generation. You don't know. You don't know where these people are going to come from, where they're going to come in, who knows who. You don't know when they're going to activate. You don't know when they're going to join. I got another postcard the other day. I love these. Somebody wrote me a note with it. I took a picture. I should really post it online. Maybe I'll make a video with it. But they wrote a little note saying, hey, I got this postcard back in September, okay, which is, 10 months ago. And I went and I listened and I called in the number because, a lot of people with postcards and different letters and direct mail and stuff like that, a lot of people, what they do is if they're currently in a business, they'll file it away. They keep it in a folder, they put it in a drawer or something like that. And then they'll go look in that drawer later to see if businesses are still active, to see if they're still going, to try something different when their business doesn't work or when they're looking for something new. So they wrote me a letter and they said, hey, I was looking through my folder, I pulled out your postcard, I looked at it, it was great. So I phoned the number just to see if you were still in business. And you were. So I want to get started now. Okay? And that was 10 months ago. Okay, so how many people join not immediately? How many people join a month later, 2 months later, 3 months later that don't even tell us that they joined later, right? I'm only telling you some of the stories sometimes about people that write letters in or that specifically tell us that, hey, I got this a while ago and I joined, but there's tons of people that don't do that. There's tons of people that will get a postcard a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, a year later will join and don't even say anything. They just join, they start buying, they start sending postcards, and they start being active. Many people join the business and don't activate right away. Okay? And then a month or 2 or 3 or 5 later, they're getting active. And the sad thing is sometimes the sponsors will quit before those members even get going. And if you quit and you go do something else, you're kind of missing out. Those commissions and those matching postcards just roll up to whoever's above you that is still active. Okay, so you got to stick with it as you build your list. So building your list is number one, and that to me is really the most important thing, period. Okay, that's where your focus needs to be. That's where all of your energy needs to go. Build your list, build your list, build your list. Okay, period. And of course you can build your list sending postcards. You can promote online, run ads online, run magazine ads. I know there's some members of our team that are successfully running ads in business opportunity magazines and home-based business magazines right now. Some of them run half-page, full-page ads for Postcard Networker. Okay, and they're having a lot of success with that. So definitely running magazine ads, using our YouTube videos through our OMA program, sharing on Facebook. Okay, these are all strategies that you can use to build your list. You don't just have to send postcards. You can just send postcards, and you can build a very successful business just sending postcards, but there's nothing to say that you can't that you can't promote online, that you can't share it with other people that that you can't run magazine ads. You can do everything to build your list. Okay, just send more and more and more people. And as you send more and more people, obviously your downline grows and your checks will grow and your team will grow and your leverage will grow, right? So the second thing we really need to focus on, and this is what a lot of people tend to avoid like the plague, I'm not sure why, but a lot of people really don't like building relationships with their team. They really don't like building trust with their list. They really don't want to spend the time. They're like, I just want to send postcards. I don't want to build anything. I don't want to have a business. I don't really want to do anything. I just want to build the list because you told me to build the list, and that's all I want to do. Okay? Well, I'll tell you what, at some point, and those are the same people, by the way, that want a relationship with their upline or want a relationship with me or want to talk and want to confirm stuff and ask tons of questions and things like that. Well, don't you think your downline is going to want that too? Don't you think your team is going to want to talk to you? I want to hear from you, want to get emails from you, want to get updates from you. Don't you think your team is going to want to get the encouragement and find out what you're doing, how you're doing, what your plan of action is? See, your team, as you build your team and your downline and your group, sure, they're going to want to hear from me because I run the system. Sure, they're going to want to come on the Saturday morning breakfast calls and be part of this and get some training and hear their name at the beginning of the call and work hard to be able to do that. But they also want to hear from you, believe it or not, right? And it's kind of actually more powerful in a way if they hear from you as well, because I'm the CEO, I'm the owner of the system, right? I'm the owner of the marketing program. the website, the postcards, everything, right? I put it all together. So in a way, of course I'm going to say it's great, right? And I say this sometimes in emails to people. It's like, well, of course I'm going to say it's the best thing in the world and it's the greatest system in the world. Of course I'm going to say that because I built it, right? I run it. I own it. So of course I'm going to perpetuate that, and I'm going to say that, and I'm going to say, yeah, this is, and to be honest, I believe that too. I'm not just saying that. I actually believe that, yeah, this is by far the best postcard system out there because of my experience and what I put into it. So I truly believe that this is better than any other systems. However, on the flip side, I'm still the owner. I'm still of course I'm going to say that. So when they hear from you, it's like third-party validation, right? You're still the upline. You're still the sponsor. So in a way, of course, you're also going to say it's good because you have a vested interest financially, but you are a third party, right? You're not the owner. You didn't create it. Your face isn't on it. You're not doing the training regularly. So really, they do want to hear your opinion. They want to hear what you're doing with the system. They want to hear, how it's working out for you. Because when they hear that, that's gonna validate their thoughts and feelings too. That's going to validate that, yeah, I made a good decision. Okay, yes, I've got other people to work with in the system. I've got other people that I can build this business with, right? Instead of just Joel, instead of just Kristen, instead of just the owners of the system. I've got John or Mary or Bill or Chris or Dawn, right, or Catherine to work with specifically, okay, to build the business with. So building trust with your list is really about being available, okay? For those of you that are parents or grandparents or even spouses or have a boyfriend or girlfriend, so really anybody, how do you build trust with people? Well, you're there. You do what you say you're going to do. You make yourself available, right? You communicate. People trust people they like. People trust people that are available. People trust people who tell them the truth. People will trust people that communicate and build a relationship and a friendship, right? So why do your kids trust you? Why do your friends trust you? Why do your family trust you? Okay, well, how have you built that? Well, a lot of it is just showing up, right? Being there, building that bond, spending time. Okay, so if you want your list of prospects, if you want your downline, if you want your team to trust you, you have to make yourself available to them. You can't hide behind the computer forever. Okay, you can't necessarily hide behind a computer forever and have everybody trust you and build up a successful team of followers, right? You need to email your members. You need to stay in regular touch with them. You need to call them, right? Talk with them. Start to build a relationship with them. And hey, if you can hold a weekly call, conference call or webinar, listen, folks, this conference call system that we use is very simple to use. It's called freeconferencecall.com. You can set up a free account. You can choose a time, and you can invite all of your members, all of your team, all of your downline to a weekly call where you just make yourself available, answer questions, talk to them. The easiest type of weekly call to do, by the way, is just a Q&A. Okay? All you do is you send your members a email saying, hey, we're doing a Q&A call this week. I'm going to make myself available. And if you have any questions that you want answered, please send them to me ahead of time. And if you think of any questions during the call, you can definitely ask. We can open up the lines. We can do chat box. We can do whatever. And, hey, you can just show them stuff, all right? You can answer any questions they have live on the call. You can record the call. You just press the little record button. It's very simple. You can send out recordings to all your team. So even if only 2 people show up, you can still record it and send it to the rest of your team. All right, think about this. Everybody that shows up on the Postcard Network or Saturday morning breakfast call isn't everybody that listens to these calls. All right? There's a specific reason why we record them, why we post them on YouTube, why we put them on a pre-recorded number, because we have tons, way more people that listen to the calls afterwards, that watch the videos on YouTube afterwards, that watch through our training part of our members area afterwards, okay, than come on the live calls. Way more. But if you make yourself available through a weekly call, okay, through a weekly training, through a weekly Q&A, whatever you want to call it, you will start to build up the same thing that we have for the Saturday morning breakfast calls. I think our first Saturday morning breakfast call was like 3 of us. Okay? The first one we did, I'm sure there was like 3 or 5 or something like that people on the Saturday morning breakfast call. The call that we get tons and tons of people coming to and listening to, coming to live and then listening to afterwards. This call, we had like 3 or 5 or 6 or not very many, right? But at some point I had to say, okay, we got to start doing calls. We got to start doing training. We have to start doing a regular place where we can meet and get together. Okay? My recommendation to you is to hold a weekly call. Pick the best time for you, right? Record it. You can publish it. You can put on your YouTube channel as a training, okay? But just be available, right? And that's kind of the last thing is like be available for your members. If they phone you, if they want to talk, set up regular time, set up appointments, whatever. But the more available to them that you make yourself, and the easier the access to you, the more trust you're going to be able to build with your list faster. Okay? If you're available there to answer questions, to help them, to work with them, they're more willing to trust and follow you. Okay, does that make sense? So really building trust with your list is huge. You can build a huge list, but if nobody knows who you are, nobody trusts you, nobody really gets to know you through the process, you're going to have a tough time selling anything to your list ever, right? But if they know you, if they trust you, if they like you, you'll have such an easy time offering them, good quality businesses, good quality products and services and tools and support, okay? So the next thing is just offer your business to your list, right? After you build your list, as you're building it and you're building trust with your list, you have to specifically offer your network marketing company to them. You have to talk to them or email them or communicate with them. You can't just assume that they're going to go into the Postcard Network or back office and sign up for your business. Okay, just because the link is there doesn't mean they're going to go sign up. The link is there for convenience. The link is there for automation, so some people will go through and sign up through your link. Some people will find your business through your link and investigate it prior to talking to you. It's an easy place to send people after you talk to them. Say, yeah, just go in the back office into the members area, click on my network marketing link, and you can sign up through there, so you don't have to email it to them. Okay, but it's more there for convenience. You still have to offer your business to your list. It's still a networking business. It's still network marketing, which involves communicating and talking and networking, building, right? Communicating with people. So offering your business to your list is very simple, of course. You can call them, email them, but don't just expect them to join your business or find your business or just one day wake up and say, yeah, I'm going to go join that business. You've just got to communicate. You've got to reach out. You've got to offer your business to people, okay? And the more that you offer your business, okay, the more people will take you up on that offer. Period. Okay? If you've ever done any kind of cold calling, the more calls you make, right, the more success you're going to have. The more people are going to say yes. You're going to get more no's too, but the more you're going to get yeses. This isn't cold calling, right? These are your team members. These are the people that you're planning on building a business with for the next 5 years. So reach out and talk to them. Call them. Build a relationship. They don't have to join immediately, but you need to make the offer. At some point, you need to make the offer that they can join your business or work with you, okay, in your main network marketing business. Okay, that's the whole point of our system, is to build your team in your network marketing business, right, in your company. All right, so make sure you make that offer to your list. And then after that, it's just making more sales to your list. You know, some people aren't going to join your network marketing business, but they'll join other things that you have. They'll buy other things, okay? And that's part of the reason why we offer, you know, different things in Postcard Networker as well. The main thing in Postcard Networker is just kind of the elite program or the postcards, right? Like getting postcards, getting the leads, getting the ability to build your list, right? But we've also got the OMA program, we've got the brand partnership, we've got some books, we've got different offers, different courses, stuff like that available through our system, okay? So you just need to continually make more sales to your list. So you can offer your Postcard Networker people other things, okay? You can offer them, you know, the OMA program. You can offer them offers outside of Postcard Networker. That's okay. Okay, as long as they're going to your personals, you can offer them anything you want. Okay, if you find a really good advertising method or a good, you know, place to buy some extra leads or a good place to, you know, get a different calling tool or something like that, feel free to offer it to them. Okay. Postcard Networker is the place where we're building our list and we're building our community. And you're building your downline, and you're building your team. But it's not to say that you can only sell stuff within Postcard Networker to your people, to your team, to your list, right? You need to continually think about monetizing your list, monetizing your team, you know. But do it in a way, don't just join all kinds of crazy programs, and don't just join all these crazy programs and then expect everyone to follow you and join you. Only offer them things that actually are good or that work, right? That actually can benefit them. So as you start to offer people different things, if it's a benefit to them, you're going to build more trust. They're going to take you up on those offers, okay? And that's why everything that we offer in Postcard Networker is definitely going to help them, is definitely going to add value to their business. Okay, and then after that, more sales, more sales, more sales, more sales. Really, it's just about, you know, offering the business and then offering different things, offering different opportunities, offering different tools, offering different stuff. Not everybody's going to take you up on everything, but the whole point of building your list is to be able to generate income from that list of people, that downline, right? Getting the leverage from there. And offering them different opportunities and different tools and different information products and things like that, okay? Your goal isn't necessarily to go out and just search for all kinds of different information products offered them or all kinds of random things, okay? But as you build your business, you'll come across different things that can benefit them, okay, that will make them money, that will help them, okay? Does that make sense? So as we build our business, the bigger your list and the more things that you have to offer your list that are beneficial, the more income you're going to generate, okay? And you can do this 100% through just the Postcard Networker offering, okay, through just the different things that we offer. If you spend the time to specifically help your members, and here's a little tip, guys. If you reach out to your members and you specifically help those members set up the OMA program. Okay, so any people that come into your program and they set up the OMA program and you help them work with it, okay, what happens is you're going to get a more solid member building their business. Okay, they're going to get more locked in, okay, to Postcard Networker into your business. Here's why. The OMA program is kind of unique to really anything I've ever seen out there. And the reason why is because they're getting training at the same time as they're building their list and they're building their own personal brand, okay? But most people that are in the OMA program watch the videos as well, so they're kind of continually getting the good stuff, right? They're continually getting the positive motivation and the positive inspiration, and they're getting the positive messaging that they need to continue going and building their business. So, you know, if there's anything that you're going to do as you're building trust and as you're contacting your members, other than your primary business, your main network marketing business, of course, as you build your business, I would recommend you highly take the time to spend building it with, building it with those building the OMA program with your members. Okay, help them set it up, help walk them through, help them start posting their first few videos, and the more people you get locked into that OMA program, the more regular income you're going to have, the more excited members you're going to have, the more traffic they're going to get, the more leverage you're going to get. Okay, because they're going to probably still send postcards too. They're still going to be building the business, right? They're still going to be growing their team, but they're going to kind of be locked into to the online marketing, their personal brand, and you know, putting those videos on regularly kind of gets addictive, right? You kind of like to post the next video, the next video, the next video, the next video, right? So if there's one other thing that I recommend you guys all do as you build the business, you know, when you're reaching out to your members, obviously set them up in your network marketing company, but also take the time to go ahead and help them get started in the OMA program, and that'll definitely help you solidify your business and generate some more sales, generate a good income, right, as well as you build the business. So that's it for today, folks. That really is it. Focus on building your list, focus on building the trust, offer your business, and then, of course, continue to offer more and more sales to your list. Okay? So I want to wish you guys all the best this weekend. Continue building your list. Don't get frustrated at response rates. Okay? Don't get frustrated because I'll tell you what, it's the same throughout the whole industry. It's the same. You build your list here, you build your list with some other system, you build your list with some other leads, you build your list online, offline, in person, not in person, you're going to get the same reaction. You're going to get the same percentages, you're going to get the same response rate. The key is just to stick with it. The key is just to continue pushing through the negativity, pushing through the hard times, pushing through the difficulties. No matter what system you use, no matter what company you use, no matter what anything you use, right? No matter if people don't talk to you or not, no matter if your sponsor's gone, it doesn't matter, right? You have to push through. Does that make sense? So regardless, as we build our business, you're going to have to build your list somewhere. You just have to choose if you're going to do it with Postcard Networker or if you're going to do it somewhere else, okay? But the goal is just continue building your list, continue building the trust, start offering the business more, start building those relationships, and that will truly build a very long-term successful business. Okay, so have a great weekend, everybody. I wish you all the best, and we'll talk to you guys all very soon. Thanks a lot.